evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the Cali Effect. We are here with Ahi, Conlu, and what did you play today?
I played WindWitch Majespecters.
And this guy went undefeated with a WindWitch Majespecter deck profile that he is going to show to you guys and bless us with the presence of WindWitch Majespecters. Let's see this deck profile.
Man.
Why do you play that? Just thought I'd be one of those YouTubers.
Alright, so for WindWitches, 3 Ice Spell, 2 Glass Spell, 1 Snow Bell.
Okay, why do you feel like this ratio is the better ratio? I know we talked about it a little earlier.
Honestly, it's because you do 3 Ice Spell because you want to see her the most. It's because literally this thing's on 1 turn crystal lane that can't be destroyed by card effects.
I'm going to move it over a little bit.
And drawing into these guys late game sucks. So you kind of want to see them early, but also you don't want too much of them because they clog up. So I found that like OCG did this ratio and I tested 2. It works out. I've been tempted to do Snowbell to 2, but I like that 1 so far because having this later on is kind of okay. Because by then you like if you manage to pull out the crystal wing by doing this, you're more likely you're not going to go into it again.
Okay.
Yeah, Tomorrow's kind of nice if they stop the crystal wing. I think it, like second turn it's not bad at all. And then for Majespecters, 3 Benbuku.
It's to search your other Majespecter.
Yeah, it's Benbuku. Like, it's the best card besides Kieran. 3 QB, because it searches for...
QB searches the trap?
Yep.
The Majespecter trap?
Basically, I get a Solemn Strike.
Okay.
3 Gamma.
That one sets the Majespecter cards face down?
It sets any Majespecter spell or trap face down, so I can set my Tempest, my Tornado, or any of the spells as I feel.
Okay.
And plus, it's a nice high scale, so it's just nice to have that 3.
I'm assuming you're running a lot of Majespecters just so you can pendulum summon cards. It's like just higher ratios, right?
Correct.
Okay.
2 Nekomata.
Okay.
Now, people did this back at 3, but I found it kind of works at 2 because Ice Spell is a thing.
Okay.
So you don't really need the 3 as bad, and plus there's so many low scales because of the new Majespecter card that comes out. You kind of search a Kieran and not really care.
Yeah.
So I've had this thing at 2 and it hasn't screwed me over yet.
Okay.
So I didn't like it at 3 anyway, but 2 is actually nice.
Like where her mouth is.
Yep. 2 Yada, because Yada's kind of the subpar play. It's a high scale, gets your spell. You're like the single spell I run here, that's about it.
Okay.
And then for the rest of the pendulums, Kieran, 2 Eccentric.
Okay. And Centric is to be able to summon the Kieran in its back row destruction.
Yeah, not even so much as that, because I have not really done the Kieran because I haven't really summoned the Kieran off of pendulum summoning just because the new trap exists.
Okay.
The Eccentric is more for it so I don't have to waste another Majespecter for a high scale.
Okay.
And plus it also pops my whatever back row that I'm scared of because the biggest thing that screws over this deck is Strike.
Okay.
Honestly, it's the biggest thing. And then last thing for monsters, 2 Maxi.
Okay.
Because if I go second, this helps so much.
Okay.
Alright. And for the spells, 3 ties.
All right, so you're running a ties build.
Yes.
How does the ties build work against the demise build? Like, what is the
Honestly,
difference?
the demise build, it's nice because you get a lot of traps right off the bat. But the problem with that, it's so random besides the ones you search. While the Brethren, if you Brethren the QB, you get the traps you know you want and you kind of play around with the ratios. Rather than demise, just so random because you can draw into all monsters and it happens. You know?
Okay.
And plus with this too, if you go into the Crystal Wing and you still have the ties and a Majespecter in hand, you can still ties the Majespecter and end with that.
Ugh, that's nice. 3 Majespecters, a Crystal Wing?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, it's good. 1 Cyclone.
It's the monster destruction one, right?
Yep, it's spot removal. In this format, it's not bad. I mean, like before, it's not that great either. I mean, because Tornado exists. So just this is one that's been okay.
Okay.
Raigeki.
Okay.
It's Raigeki. 2 Pegasus.
And that card is like a target for everything in your deck except for like maxing and Eccentric, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Because the nice thing is too, if I reveal Ice Spell and then do my whole thing where it's Ice Spell, Glass Spell, and Snowbell on the field, I contribute the Ice Spell for either Benbuku or Nekomata and still get the crystalling on top of whatever my Majespecter got me.
Nice. That's hella nasty.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it. And plus it gives my Majespecters a boost too, so it's one of those things, it just makes my shit nastier. It really does.
Okay.
And now for the traps, Solemn Strike. Literally Solemn Strike.
Yeah.
It's
the searchable version.
Yeah, searchable Solemn Strike. Not much to say. 2 Tornado. It's an amazing card right now.
Okay.
The non-destruction banishment, it's good.
Okay.
Period. Majespecter Gust.
Now, how's this card been working for you?
Really well.
For the people that don't know, it allows him to special summon a Majespecter from his pin zone.
I love this card because basically, no matter what, if I open up a Bunbuku and let's say a QB, I'm able to pendulum summon, I automatically know that Kieran's going to be my low scale, and I automatically know which trap to search for.
Okay.
So I don't have to use other Majespecters for low scales, and even if I get rid of my low scale by doing Gust on the Kieran bounces back whatever low scale I need, like a Neko or the QB.
Okay.
Fine, to pendulum summon again. Like this thing at 2 is very weird because it only really works well with the Kieran, but at 1, like especially if I ties and this is set with the Kieran in there, it's very nasty.
Okay.
Yep. And rest of the traps, Solemn Brigade and Vanities.
Okay.
Simple standard traps. I mean, this is a deck that's back row heavy at times, so
Okay.
that's how it is.
What are we playing for extra?
For extra, High Speed Roy Chambara.
Okay.
It's a really good card, especially if you don't go into the Crystal Lane because it's an OTK combo. I mean, hitting for 22 and then 24 is pretty nasty.
Okay. So this deck can actually like Exceed, Pendulum,
Exceed,
Synchro.
Pendulum, and Synchro.
Okay.
If I really tried Fusion, but that's very gimmicky.
Okay.
Yep. Winterbell. Now, Winterbell is kind of interesting because, you know, it's the bridge that kind of gaps, but its other effect is not bad too because basically during either player's battle phase, I can target one WindWitch on the field and special summon one monster in my hand that's a lower level than that WindWitch, so it can even target itself. The only issue is that the monster at summon cannot attack, but if I can summon a Kieran from my hand if this thing is stuck on field, which can happen if people max see me.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so this thing actually has its uses besides being a Crystal Wing fodder.
Okay.
And it burns for whatever WindWitch you target in your graveyard. So
Okay.
usually 800.
Okay.
Clear Wing. Another 7. And plus if you pull this in Crystal Wing, they can't book a moon or Crystal Wing.
Okay.
So it's kind of nice. Stardust, because it's very easy to go into Stardust with the level 4 and a level 4.
And when you special summon your Wind Witches, one of them says you can only make wind monsters, right?
Correct. 2 of them do. Ice Spell says that I can only special summon wind monsters from the extra that are level 5 or higher.
Okay.
And Glass Spell just says wind monsters.
Okay.
So if I just do Glass Spell, I can still go into this and still
Okay.
do my Majespecter plays. But this is kind of nice to have because Twin Twister is really relevant against my deck. So.
Okay.
Then Crystal Wing.
Yeah.
Like the main reason why WindWitches work so well is because you pop this out and it can't be destroyed by card effects. The only way you're getting rid of this is Kaiju's, which I will admit is relevant, but that's the reason why I do Majespecters is to support the rest of it. Even if you get rid of this, I still have so much that they have to deal.
Suck is someone near Shield.
Oh yeah, that fucking
How many
blows.
extra cards are you running? 20?
Levier.
Special summon your banished monster.
Yeah, because Cosmic Cyclone's a thing.
Okay.
I've had it happen to my scales, and plus it's a win, so if I really need to, if I use the glass spell, I can go into this. Grand Pulse, it's Grand Pulse, it's an MST, it's my house for a lot of shit. Totem Bird, a Dark Bribe, because everybody knows this card's really good right now. Break Sword, again, mostly utility at this rate.
Okay.
Dweller, I've been tempted to take Dweller out just because Dweller's kind of weird in this format, surprisingly.
Yeah, Dweller.
That is hard to say, but I have not gone. I didn't go into Dweller much last format, and even now it's becoming even more irrelevant.
Well, it's good against this guy.
Oh yeah, against Mermails, who gives a shit? But right now, I guess. Emerald's really good because I only have a Glass Spell and a Majespecter. Even if I normal summon Glass Spell and use her effect, I can still go into the Emerald. And Emerald recycles a lot of shit. Magister, same reasoning. I get an Eccentric, whatever pendulum I want, and it's a win, so I can still go into it.
Okay.
Chidori, I do this over Castel just because I find this better than Castel in this type of deck because literally almost all my monsters are win, so it's so easy to go into this.
Okay.
Would I? I'm tempted just because that's a win.
Okay.
And Utopia combo.
Okay.
It's a lightning. It's good.
And if you could like breeze through your extra or your side deck real quick, or if you don't want to show it, you don't have to.
Yeah, I'll breeze through it really
All
fast. Flying Sea. Makes sense.
For Zoo.
Ghost Ogre.
For Zoo.
Hello.
Zoo.
Back
Zoo.
row. Back
Zoo.
And Kaiju Engine.
Zoo. So all of this was for Zoo, right?
Yeah, basically. Because WindWitches suck going second, so signing this in, because the WindWitches are only like 6 cards, so I really just had to do this and then find one more for this, and it works.
Okay.
It's worked so well so far. Like I haven't had a weak turn second yet.
Okay. Overall, how do you feel that WindWitches can, WindWitch Majespecter can do in this format?
I feel like it can do well. It's just the issue is it's still a dice roll format, so if you do not get first, it's still kind of rough regardless. But you know, that's why I do the Maxi and the Raigeki too, because sometimes drawing into it's nice. So I guess it really all depends. Like, I feel like this deck's a good contender right now.
Okay, all right. Well, this has been the Cali Effect with Ahi's Undefeated Majespecter WindWitch's deck profile. Really hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, have fun with your die roll format.
All right, peace.